Get off the fence and call Superior Fence and Rail for your commercial project today.
When you're on the fence about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Hicken here. Did you know that July is National Carpet Cleaning Month? Yeah, it is. Who'd have guessed it? To celebrate, you can get all the carpets in your home cleaned for 25% off the regular price. Wow! Don't miss this great deal during National Carpet Cleaning Month. 25% off all the carpet cleaning in your home. This offer is only good for the month of July, so call today, 287-5727. That's 287-5727. Call the cleaning freaks at Zero Res. Spell it forwards or backwards. Zero Res is the right way to clean.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Peninsular Pest Control's fertilization and weed suppression program is great if you don't have a lot of spare time. And it will probably cost you less than it would if you did it yourself. Call Peninsular Pest Control today at 389-3491 for a free consultation or go online to crittergetter.com. Be sure to ask about the $30 discount on new services. Remember, Peninsular is your critter getter.
Tire Outlet is bringing the tires to you. Mike Dempsey here to tell you that Tire Outlet is now offering mobile service. No hassle, quick same-day installation. They're the largest locally owned tire shop in town, so wherever you are, choose a time and location that's convenient for you. A Tire Outlet professional will bring the new tires out and install them. Call this number to make an appointment, 600-0089. For mobile tire installation, that's 600-0089. Tire Outlet. Wholesale prices, premium service.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. This is the Sports Den with Denny Thompson and James Coleman on 1010XL.
What's going on, world? It's your boy at Big Game James _36, and you know what it is. It's Friday. That means it's Petty Friday. That means all the things you've been bottling up all week that you hate about everybody. This is the show to air those grievances. Hit me up on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures, 641-1010. I may take calls. Who knows? I might not. Just try me. 904-641-1010 as well. Again, hit me up. It's just me. No Denny Thompson today. Congratulations to my guy. His son, Dallas, his eldest son, graduated, and, they thought it was going to be lost because of the COVID, but the good folks at TIAA made sure that these guys had their graduation outside, hot as balls. Like, no way to really get around that. I went and ran today 4 miles, and when it was 101, and I was sitting back thinking, like, what if I actually had to be in this constantly all day?
Don't you think sometimes when you're exercising outside, it's so high, you're like, I could easily just die, and it would be a while until somebody comes.
Oh, without a doubt. Like, nobody was there. Nobody was around. I would have felt like
fall and hit your head or something.
So on on Bay Meadows Road, there's like there's a lot of greenery, like right where I'm at. Like, and there's like some, I guess it probably is Florida, so it probably all used to be swamps or whatever. But I'm like, what if I just tripped and I just fell right here in this ravine? Nobody would find me. Think about that
stuff all the time.
Like nobody would find me. Nobody would care. Nobody would think to look.
How long would you have to be missing from home before your wife or somebody at your house is like,
Oh, before they realize that
maybe I should call somebody.
Before they
actually call the authorities.
We haven't
missing person alert. It would have to be like 10 hours, right?
Yeah.
It would be a long time. Yeah. I'm just thinking, like, when I was growing up, if my dad just disappeared for a long time, I'd be like, well, let's give him a day.
Well, no, it just depends. Like, if I was just give him a day. Dad went to go get some cigarettes and he never came back.
I swear. He told me.
But nah, like, if I'm going to go run and I'm not back probably it's an hour. I'm literally gone like an hour.
Okay.
But if I'm not back in
hour
like 2
3,
if I'm like back in 2 hours,
yeah,
where's he at? What path did he go? Now, luckily, I'm a creature of habit and I do the same thing over and over again. Like, that's why I can't be in organized crime or anything like that. Like, they would definitely have
You
to
couldn't
drop
like
them.
move houses every week.
Yeah, no. I might be able to do different things in the house, but I like going to my place of comfort. So
Same.
that's what that is. But speaking of my place of comfort, and one place that you always see me at on with the pictures on the porch, smoking my cigars, brought to you by thehumidor.com. That's who brings us the show. Type in sportsden at checkout. You get 20% off. Go get the cigars. Again, if I turned 36 on Sunday. Big achievement for me. That's my jersey number.
I'm 40.
Yeah, I'm getting that seemed that I was in college when that happened.
It was at least 10 years ago.
So like that's crazy. But if you're looking for a gift to give me, go to thehumidor.com and spend $36. Give me $36 worth of cigars.
I believe someone did bring something to the station for you today.
Nah, I was supposed to give him a shirt.
Oh, you screwed up.
He bought something from thehumidor.com. If you buy something from
Sorry, I
thehumidor.com
mentioned that.
and you text us or you hit me up, you show me the screenshot. Please block out your address on it. But you show me the screenshot of the purchase, I will make sure that you get a humidor.com t-shirt. If you give me the shirt size, we'll hook you up for paying attention to our guys. And that was like the world's longest, like that's way more than what they paid for as far as advertising goes. But when you're celebrating things like a birthday, you get cheery. So there's something for all of us to celebrate. We got football, like a real sport, not baseball, not NASCAR, not the WNBA, not NBA.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's why I made sure I put
problematic.
I did not want to leave. See, if I leave out women,
Then you're a sexist.
which we're going to
But
talk
if you put
about
them first,
we're going to
then
talk
you're really
about
a sexist.
we're going to talk about them a little bit more in depth. I'm going to get in trouble today because there's been some things about that I've wanted to get off of my chest. Not just about WNBA is in there, but women in general again. And I talked about it. Just people are like, James, you've been really bashing women. I'm not bashing anybody. I just believe women hate accountability. They treat accountability like children treat broccoli. They run away from it. And I'm here for that, and because I want fairness and all those things. But again, all those other sports, equality. That's what I'm truly about. Equality. That's what I'm about. But that being said, all those other sports suck in comparison to the NFL, which the NFL and the NFLPA came to an agreement today that basically said, hey, all these little small details we don't really care about. We're going to bring to people football. And this is what the nation needs. They're talking about actually having fans. So we're going to have the 25% capacity and see things possibly expand as long as you people continue to do what Coach O told you to do back in March. Wash your ass and protect the Beverly. If y'all wash your ass.
Protect your at-risk family members, including the elderly.
Exactly. If you include Beverly, we're going to have football. We'll be able to get more people in here. I am pumped about that. There are some things that I want to see with this NFL season. I also want to be able to get Yannick out the way, whether he signs with us or not. I don't want another year of drama. I want to get rid of Doug and David. And if you want to hear more very pointed takes on the Jacksonville Jaguars, 3 days next week, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, there will be a black guy on the other side of Fat Tony talking the truth about the Jacksonville Jaguars that you're not used to hearing possibly. Even though I do think Mike and them do a really, really good job. I'm honored to be on that, but that's just a plug.
I'm glad for that day that they're not doing the show from the Jaguar studios anymore.
Oh, that would have been
and
awesome.
They're here safe.
That would have been awesome if I could just do that.
Dave walks in.
Like you suck. Like, come fight me. Let's go. Let's roll.
What if Dave finally got fired and it was because he fought you?
God, I would be willing to do that.
That's
the Lord's work.
What a book.
That's the Lord's work. The fact that he's won 30% of his game, or just in the last.
Would you do
years,
a 5-day bid, knowing Dave would be fired when you got out? Things would be great.
Without a doubt, we would hype that up so much.
I would do 5 days on my head, bro.
Like we'll be. I don't know if you've ever seen this movie called Lean on Me with Morgan Freeman.
Of course.
I would be Joe Clark in that piece.
Who is that?
I'd be laid in the back, hands behind my head, fingers crossed, while the people march and say, "Free Mr. Coleman! Free Mr. Coleman!" Nah, good. Again, all jokes. I'm sure he's a great guy. He's just not a good general manager, and they're just not good head coaches. It's okay.
Right.
It happens.
Nothing personal.
Nothing personal. But I will say, if that was what was necessary and the people really, really needed that, and the opportunity was there and it was right, we could, do whatever's necessary. Like, I don't want to get in too much trouble. But the thing is, I want the Jags to be successful, but I'm also honored to be able to talk about them. But the NFL, with that, you've got it's like the young talent mixed with the vets it's so cool. Like, you got Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, this thing going on with them. You got Carlton Banks, aka Russell Wilson, up there in Seattle. You got the guy running around banging porn models, Jimmy Garoppolo. It's just the talent. And then you got the shift in storylines. You got Cam Newton going up to Boston. You've got the shift of you got Tom Brady down in Tampa. Like, there's just so many things with Drew Brees. Like, they're like, and even the worst quarterback in the division might be Matt Ryan, who's not that bad. Actually, no, we don't know what Carolina's got, so I got to make sure I say that, tell the truth with that. But I do think Matt Ryan's highly overrated when it comes to that. But just the drama, and we get all of this still with COVID being a fluid situation. Like,
it's gonna be great to figure out your fantasy team,
right?
Because all of a sudden on Sunday morning they're gonna be like, "Oh my God,
I got the coughs.
Tom Brady's out, COVID."
Like, imagine, like, it's times when I wake up. And first off, congrats, because I wasn't here.
I made it.
Congratulations on making it.
Thank you.
Like, I think
we should go back and let the listeners know that on January 1st,
right,
like I do most every year, I give my New Year's resolution, and it's to just stay alive for that year. And this year's been tough.
Like,
I mean, everybody joked about it and made it funny, and look at JJ, he thinks he's gonna die. We almost all died.
Nah, JJ, you've been kicking 2020's ass, man. Like, I think you've been doing too well. So you were like, you know what? I need to live more dangerous. I was
like, I got to get on the inside of this. I need to know the disease.
Like, you've been one of the first people to go out and say everybody's had it. You've been very much
spot on, dude.
Not necessarily. You're not anti-COVID. It's just very much
I'm anti the coverage of
the
COVID.
coverage. So, like, what better way to be an inside journalist than to go get the COVID and then be able to report on it?
I was like one of those guys that acted like he was a mafia member for years just to get on the inside and report on it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was doing the entire time. I was intentionally getting COVID. No, that's a joke.
No,
but
luckily,
I got it, and I survived. Luckily, I didn't have any symptoms. Can't say the same for everyone, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm done with COVID. It's me and it are over. And I will be wearing a mask around work because they want me to, but I'm not happy about it.
You know what? And that's mature. That's growth. Like, I don't care that you're not happy about it. I'm not happy. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not happy about it because I think it's not.
Well,
not
specifically because I already had it and I don't anymore.
Not that the mask is stupid. It's just, we're just here by ourselves. I got to pee. So now, I hold it to the last moment. Now, if I could step out that door, I feel like I'm gonna get zapped.
And now, if you accidentally come back, you could run into the plexiglass. How do you like this setup?
I don't like it. I don't like it.
So for the listeners,
it feels like
you're in a county jail and like talking on the phone.
It feels
so
like
there's
one
like
of those times.
Plexiglass now separating all the mics, so we could see each other, but we can't like cough on each other or anything.
It gives a weird
it's a strange vibe
view on the Facebook Live, like it get kind of like
reflection.
Reflection. So, but it's
hey, you got to do what you got to do. Trying times. This is all for football to be played.
I will say this: I appreciate the powers that be for at least making the effort. Like, could it have happened in March? Possibly, but it's now, and better late than never.
And March, Jacksonville was fine.
Yeah, that's true.
We were straight.
What day was it?
We were laughing at everybody else.
It was one of the days when I ate Chinese food. That's when everything went downhill.
So you brought it in here, is what you're saying.
Yeah, that, and then that's when my buddy. That's when my buddy had to. Remember, I talked about the girl again. Accountability. The girl who had like 5 names.
Oh yeah.
That
was a great story.
After I ate the Chinese food, all of that stuff happened. It has been a wild 2020. There are so many really weird stories. Like,
Remember?
Antonio Brown threw a bag of candy penises at his baby mama.
Mr. Big Check.
Yeah.
And that's not the weirdest. That's not one of the wildest stories.
I
of
forgot
2020.
about it. And a week later, he got in trouble for fighting the guy who was
The moving guy.
paid to, go get his stuff.
Right. So,
Classic. Do you remember The Last Dance?
dude, it seems like it was forever ago.
Do you
since
remember
they were
Tiger
doing
King?
it. Tiger King was one of the
Whoa.
best cinematic pieces on Netflix.
Exactly. But
and nobody's
seems
talking
like
about
decades
it anymore.
ago.
Well,
Now we got Fauci. We've come from Fauci giving speeches and all that. Now he's throwing out first pitches. Like, it's a weird world.
we're ready for Fauci to go sit down somewhere. Speaking of that,
Yeah, we are.
we'll get into Fauci and a lot of other different things. It's just the halfway point of the year. It just feels feels like we need to do an end of the middle of the year
review
of everything that's going on. But just in case you don't know, and you're you're new to 2020. This is the Sports Den, brought to you by thehumidor.com. I'm at BigGameJames_36. Absent is at Denny_Thompson. We'll be right back.
When it's time to saddle your horse and hitch your wagon, ride with the Frangie Show.
Let's ride!
Afternoons on 1010XL.
Let's ride!
Yeehaw!
Oh,
They're breaking all the rules at Diamonds Direct with an unprecedented store-wide sale going on now. Save 20% and more on an expanded selection. Rings, earrings, bracelets, bands, including trunk loads of all new designer pieces flown in from around the world. But hurry, this first time ever 11-day sale ends this Sunday. In-store, online, and virtual. All options open. All merchandise included. Even thousands of engagement rings on sale. An extraordinary sale for an extraordinary time. 20% savings now through Sunday only. Only at Diamonds Direct.
Off Town Center Parkway, just left of the Hyatt.
I gotta learn how to play golf.
4, if you've always wanted to play in the Coastal Equipment Guggen Open Golf Tournament, I'm saying there's a chance.
All we need to do is develop the rest of your game.
August 3rd at Queens Harbor Yacht and Country Club.
Then you'll be unstoppable, son.
Listen to the drill for your way in on 1010XL.
Let them loose.
Enjoy a Dandy Foods lunch
Let it rip.
and samples from Chick-fil-A.
Let the big dog eat.
Thanks to our sponsors, First Coast Honda Dealers, Instant Keys, and Discount Boats.
All offers are with approved credit and not in conjunction. See dealer for complete details.
Why fly when you can take a road trip this summer in a brand new vehicle just right for your family? From Jacksonville, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Arlington. Save big when you take advantage of our summer clearance event. It's on now. Get a new Jeep Renegade and save up to $5,000 off MSRP. Drive a new Dodge Journey and save up to $6,000. Save on Compass and Cherokee, even Grand Cherokee. Chrysler Pacifica has been reduced to save you up to $7,000 off. See our inventory at #1CJD.com. Then come to 9600 Atlantic Boulevard for a test drive today. Our lenders can't wait to make you a new car loan. Get 0% for 72 months. Plus, make no monthly payments for 90 days. Jacksonville, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Arlington. No high pressure, no crazy sales tactics. Just honest and friendly service you can count on. 9600 Atlantic Boulevard, across from the Regency Square Mall.
Odds are, when you're looking for the best plumbing service, it probably sounds something like this. Okay, Google, show me Roland Reach Plumbing. That's right. Roland Reach Plumbing is a Google guaranteed service, so you can be assured of work quality, background of employees, and the right service done on time, on budget. With satisfaction Google guaranteed. So for any plumbing issue, large or small, use the Bold City's best. Roland Reach Plumbing at plumberinjacks.com.
Ackerman Urology has the latest options for improving men's health and vitality. Our board-certified urologists treat prostate disease and sexual health issues to ensure your confidence and wellness. Visit AckermanUrology.com.
Brakes for less is what we do. We know drums, rotors, pads, and shoes. If there's a squeal in your wheel, come see the best. 733 Stop.
Brakes for less.
All we do
are brakes for less.
Former Jacksonville Pro Bowler Leon Searcy is serving up lunch on XL Primetime.
When we hit July, I'm going to go buy a set of pads. I'm going to put you in them.
Brought to you by Wingstop.
You're my man. I'm going to put you in them.
Weekdays at noon on 1010XL.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative. Why not welcome your employees back to the office with a new logo coffee mug and a face mask? Check them out at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
Instant Keys offers honest professional locksmith service for lost or broken keys and keyless entry remotes. Call Instant Keys at 722-1111. Get dealership level service in just minutes at a fraction of the cost. 722-1111.
What's Jim doing this afternoon?
Playing golf at World Golf Village.
Wow. The Slammer and Squire, King and Bear, those are great courses. Always in top condition. Two of the best in town. How'd he swing that?
Booking his tee time online at playwgv.com. He checks the website daily and gets the best available rates, even as low as $55.
Wow. So playing at World Golf Village isn't out of reach.
Start saving today. Visit playwgv.com to get the best rates at World Golf Village.
Pyramex is a national leader in safety products, and you can find them at Ritz Safety in Jacksonville. Safety eyewear, goggles, hard hats, and more in stock and ready to ship. Keep your workers protected with proven industry-leading PPE from Pyramex at great prices. Visit ritzsafety.com to order or stop by the Phillips Highway location to see their wide array of Pyramex products. Pyramex and Ritz Safety, a winning combo to help your team stay safe on the job.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
Because it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got nothing to do.
I'm not even going to pretend to you. I'll probably be playing music like this and partaking in stuff on Sunday. Like, not even gonna hide it. Like,
I'm gonna be doing that later at like 10:30.
Like, I can't because I'm no good. But my birthday,
you do what
Father's
you
Day are the only thing I ask. I say, and there's a little bit of money in the account right now, so I'm like, hey, here, listen, you guys take this, and you all leave. Just leave me be for a few hours. Just let me do.
That's what
whatever I want.
every dad wants that.
I mean, I've been doing that because I've been a dad for a minute. I've been doing this since college. Like, it's just air conditioned. But, normally this is the time when I'm getting prepared. Well, not normally. When I'm in college or whatever, younger, over a decade ago. Dang, I don't even know how long it was. I'm 36. So, like 14 years ago was the latest. I'm sitting here. I'm in my drawers in the air condition. Turn the air condition down to where I want it to be, which is uncomfortable for most people, but I want it frigid.
Are you like a 72 guy?
Oh, no. I'm the type of guy when I go into a hotel room, I turn it down as far as it will let me turn it down. I know some people who know how to hop it, like to make it go lower. Make it go lower. I don't know how to do that, but that's my thing. But this is the Sports Den, brought to you by thehumidor.com. Go to thehumidor.com. Type in Sports Den at checkout for 20% off all your smokes. Go to ABC Fine Wine and Spirits at the end of the month. Most of you guys, it's payday. Don't get cheap. Reach up to the top of that shelf. Get you something good. Hey, did you know today is Tequila Day? National Tequila Day. Get you a shot. Hey, I can tell you about some tequila. I got 3 really good tequila stories. One's about to be 18 on Monday, the day after mine.
That's funny.
One's 7 and one is like 21 months. So, I mean, those are all.
Yeah, it's a young man's game,
yeah,
I would say. Tequila's a young man's sport.
I got to drink. It's got to be. I have Mexican, like, fresh from there. When I went, tequila tastes like water. You can't. That's the scary part. That is no bite. You don't know until the room's
It's too late.
Yeah, it's too late. So,
have you ever had a aguardiente? I think that's how you say it. I mean, that's definitely not how they say it, but it's like Colombian firewater. It's similar to tequila, but man, it's amazing. I would say it even tastes better. Highly recommend it.
Got to give me some of that.
Text line, tell me how to say it.
But listen. What I should do when I go home is drink, because my conference that I played in is consistently proving every year why it's one of the worst conferences in America. They have no gonads, no cajones, no balls, no nothing. Like, the Swafford is one of the worst commissioners in the history of the NCAA, and I hope all the bad things in the world happen to him and only him. He's the only conference who they knew that they can get away with this BS. And the crazy thing is, none of it benefits none of it benefits the ACC. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, the guy who breaks everything, basically, we only believe it when he says it. Brett McMurphy basically leaked something that's been going around for 2 weeks, a rumor that's been going around, stating that the ACC is going to go to a conference plus one schedule. So there's going to be 10 conference games played, and then you get one. So that helps Florida State be able to play Florida. The SEC is probably going to go to something similar, and that's not the problem. The problem is not playing the 10 conference games. I'm all for that. The SEC been doing that all the time for years. You beat up on your block, and then all of a sudden you're the baddest ass in America. No, you're not. And you only got to fight somebody from outside of your block once, and then now everybody thinks you're so bad. I'm cool with doing that. Control the narrative. But what I'm not cool with is letting some outsider that comes in and only takes a piece of your territory and doesn't share what they make in theirs. And that's Notre Dame. This isn't like, I'm going to be harsh, but I want you to understand. This is only about Notre Dame, the institution. This has nothing to do with any of the other stuff that Notre Dame represents.
This is not a religious statement.
And I hate Notre Dame.
Agreed.
Like, Notre Dame beat us in 2002, and that's not it. When we went there in 2003, we broke the record on their ass. And they talked all this trash, and we softened this, and we beat them Catholics' ass, all up and down South Bend. They didn't call it touchdown Jesus. They called it first down Jesus because they were just happy to get a first down when we played them. Old stadium sucks anyways, but the point is they wield a lot of power. They have the NBC contract. And that doesn't bother me because Texas has a deal with the Longhorn Network, but they're with the Big 12. But they're with the conference. But Swofford is going to suggest possibly allowing Notre Dame to win the conference. You can't win the conference if you're not in the conference. You either in or you out. We already give them 5 games. What does the 5 games do? It guarantees them a schedule. They should have to go work hard for their damn schedule. That doesn't do anything. I mean, it's a good matchup, and yes, like with 25% capacity, Florida State, Notre Dame, game 1 at Doak does absolutely nothing for anybody.
Explain why Notre Dame did decide to do that.
Because they can't play
before
anybody.
COVID, I'm saying.
Oh, before COVID, why
they decided to be sort of quasi ACC.
Well, because they wanted to be. They were getting left. The same reason most independents
join
a conference. So I'll use Florida State as an example. The only reason Florida State joined the ACC is because Florida State was like whipping ass in the 80s
as an independent,
going everywhere. They'll lose one game to Michigan. I don't know if it was the Michigan or whatever. Then Michigan loses to Ohio Directional Institution, and they're still playing in a bowl game for national championship implications because of the conference affiliation. Florida State gets left out because they were independent. It didn't matter the fact that they played 2 teams from the SEC, 2 teams from the Big Ten, and numerous other competitions. So when they joined the ACC because they would let them in, and they were pretty decent in basketball, I guess, in the other sports. So they allowed them into the conference, and then now you have a set slate of games, and that conference comes with a certain prestige. That was the real reason. That's the reason why that happened. Fast forward now, they take away the BCS. Like, you're playing USC, you're playing all these other guys, but they're going down. They're up and down. But at bowl season, if you're not in the BCS conversation or you're not a top 10 team, you're not getting a good bowl game. So it affects your money. Like, even if you're not affiliated. But this way, they're quasi-affiliated because they're going to play a certain amount of teams in the ACC. And
they also get to still do what they want.
Right, and they still get to keep their TV contract. They still get to keep 100% of the bowl money, which that's kind of indifferent because it ends up, I guess it ends up kind of washing itself because the bowl money that you would get would be higher if you did come in and you did the share, because most conferences are going to have half the conference go to a bowl game, and at least one of them in Power 5 is going to be a championship, playoff series, whatever they're calling it. But it also helped Notre Dame in basketball It helped Notre Dame, which
they've been in a conference in basketball for decades.
They were Big East before that, right?
Yeah.
But it helps them in other things. But the point is, if any time there was an opportunity to hold Notre Dame's feet to the fire, it would be now. They need you. You don't need them. The Big Ten and Pac-12 effectively have neutered their schedule outside of what the ACC would have been. You could have legitimately just went straight ACC play, people who are already involved in it, and said the only way we're going to help you, Notre Dame, is if you join the Coastal. Now, I will say this. Notre Dame joining the Coastal immediately helps the conference get back to that viability. But outside of that, it gives us no benefit. You don't get the Chicago market because they're not consistently playing for you. Excuse me, they're not consistently there. Like they'll get they'll play an Ohio State game before they play Notre Dame versus Syracuse or whatever at Syracuse. That doesn't do anything for them. But that NBC contract, there's a way that they can still finagle and still have everything that they want. But Notre Dame needs to be there. And Swofford bending and bowing down to them shows that he's a chump. He's a traitor to the conference. And I can't wait for him to step down and for a man to step in there and do something. Like everything he does is centered around basketball or the best interest of North Carolina and not for the entirety of the conference. Like, hey, his dumb ass is probably going to put him in the Atlantic and not even think to put him over there with Miami and North Carolina and all these other people, which they need.
Was he around back then?
Who? Was Swofford?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Swofford was there when I was there.
Oh, damn.
He's been around for a while. But, what I mean is just like they need – like he's not going to balance it out. He's just going to make the one side harder, which is already the Atlantic. Even though I think Miami's going to be really good this year. Well, I thought that last year. I thought that last year too. Miami's schedule should make them better. And they're recruiting very well since they're going to stick with the ACC. Just going in.
That's the thing. They won't have those easy games to start out to just beat up on those crap teams.
Now, that does hurt.
Like those warm-up games.
Right, because now if you have to play.
You might just start out with Notre Dame, like, boom, right in your face, first game.
No, I think right now, unfortunately, one of us does, and that's us.
Really?
The rumor is Florida State, Notre Dame, game 1, and then there'll be a rematch next year.
Where would it be? Home and home?
Next year it's at Doak, so the only place I guess it could be is
up there.
They're not going to give them two straight
suck for
games
y'all.
at Doak. Yeah, that'd be
because
I would
think,
much rather play West Virginia.
Storybook or whatever his name is, Ian Book's pretty damn good.
For Notre Dame.
Yeah, the quarterback.
Yeah, I mean Brian Kelly's got a good thing going on up there. That's who I hope White Mike is like. You know, Kelly came from Cincinnati, right? I believe so. He was group of 5. Right. Did very well. Came over to Notre Dame, wasn't their first choice. Was high up there, but not the first choice. And did well. And I hope that Mike Norvell is able to do the same thing. Mike Norvell lost a recruit today. You never want to lose this way, but it's ironic how
because of the hoodies.
This isn't a hoodies kid. This is a kid. Slaughter. He's from your neck of the woods. He's from
Trinity Catholic.
Yeah,
he went to UF.
He's a big UF. He grew up at UF.
Yeah, that is.
So when UF offered him, it's like no duh. Like of course that's gonna happen.
Is he? What position is he?
He's a center. He's okay, but the funniest part about Twitter, the rivalry, and in particular what we call Big 3 Twitter, when Slaughter committed to Florida State, all Florida State fans were like, he's the number 8 center in the nation. Rah, 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 rah. He's good. We're excited to have him here. Every Florida fan talked about how ass he was. How he was trash. He's not any good.
Now he's great.
Like they showed this clip of a Florida commit, I believe, whipping his ass in some in big boy drills. No pads, but it's still not something you want to get beat in. It's not a particularly very good film for the young man. But now he's awesome. Now he's welcome to Florida. Like, yes.
I knew this kid was good.
Oh man, he's so I hate that one. I hate.
Hack said he's the third best center in the.
So he's the third best. He was up. He's one of the top guys, but he's okay. He's not a day one starter. He's a 3-star. And not it doesn't help us anyway. We need tackles. We don't need interior linemen. We need people to like stop your boy Russo or whatever his name is.
Ooh, nobody stopped him.
No, and I'm gonna get into it. I watched film on him.
Oh,
he's
sucks.
amazing.
I was about to say, don't even go there.
No.
He
He's
makes
amazing.
it look effortless. Like sometimes I'm like, is he even trying? But he just
The
gets
Florida
past
State game, he didn't need to try.
That was unfair.
It's not. I wouldn't even want anybody to use that to break down my NFL film because that's not a good reflection
Like,
of his
why
talent.
is he playing against these children?
Yes, like that. It's like I looked at a clip and he, like, so I'm trying to bring you in, people listening. I want you to visualize this. He's actually at like one place at nose guard, and they do a stunt, which is where you take where the linemen kind of switch places. He runs. And he's in a situation where there are two linemen who have a chance to block him. And then neither does. And he's just running clear to the quarterback.
4 sacks
in
that game.
So that's one of the
8 tackles.
That's one of the sacks. The second sack should never happen. It should be impossible to have a sack on a screenplay.
What?
He sacked Hornibrook on a screenplay. Hornibrook takes the ball. Looks at the wide receiver. It's catch and release. You know what he says? No. The kid's wide open. It's actually set up for a big play. He says, no, I'm going to scramble on a screenplay where our line doesn't do a good job of cut blocking anybody anyway. But the point is he shouldn't have been. He might have got hit, but he'd have got rid of the ball. He decides to turn and run, and he gets sacked. That's not what the play was designed for. And there's numerous other things, but I've seen him play against other teams where he actually had to work, and that looks better. That's why I'm excited about him.
Yeah,
I just like the Florida State gave you. It's like playing a Division I AA school. You're padding your stats, bro. Like our line is horrendous. But Miami has done very well.
What's up with Manny lately, dude?
The crooked youth pastor is out here selling, man. He is selling. Manny Diaz looks like a crooked.
So they got a 5-star athlete. I guess he's supposed to be a safety or whatever.
Really good. Georgia fans were like, he's coming to us. So what it does is it lets me know for a fact what Manny's doing.
Well, I already know what happened.
Like them boys dropping bags after bags after bags.
I don't want to say this too loud for everyone to hear, but Nevin Shapiro was recently released from prison because of COVID-19.
Easily, he had to put in the word for Nevin.
That's what I'm saying.
Like Nevin,
but
had
ever
money.
since Nevin's been out, though, been hitting 5 stars, 4 stars. Like it's been great.
Nevin had money in the Caymans and over in Switzerland, and just said, "Hey, man, you know how it is." Because I'm still jealous and mad at Nevin. If Nevin Shapiro would have been on my recruiting visit to Miami, this big game James thing might not ever be.
You could still have that nickname in Miami.
But I'm saying I would have been a linebacker. I don't know what about the fullback thing. I don't know. Like I would have gone to Miami. I would have done everything in my power to be at the University of Miami. Because the stories that I don't know the other stories from when
there's some nasty ones. There's some ugly ones.
No, I'm saying like I haven't heard like the off-air ones. The ones from the 30 for 30 are good enough for me. He's out here giving child support money.
Yeah, he was also unfortunately paying for abortions to happen. He was paying for everything, like anything.
His job was to make sure that your mentals were okay so that you could do whatever was necessary to perform on that football field. And that's what more people
took it a little too far, though.
Yeah, just, maybe don't rob old people of their money in pyramid schemes. What he was doing as far as paying the players, he was doing God's work. Truly. I'm okay with that. It's the other stuff that wasn't right.
I did feel bad for him when they were like, he was like, yeah, and then I got locked up, and none of these guys once reached out to me.
Like I don't
all these dudes that I helped in college. The second I got in trouble, I was like, "What'd you expect, though?" Honestly,
that's why I was.
They're in the NFL now.
Not just that. That's part of it. But outside of the two dummies who robbed their people, did you hear? Because you weren't here. You realize they paid $55,000 in total to these people. Remember we broke the story of the former Florida player and the former Georgia player.
Yes.
Robbed their former football coach.
Paid them hush money.
$55,000, not a piece. $55,000 total to everybody in that room.
8 people.
An income tax refund. Income tax refund. Thinking that's going to shut them up.
Has there been any update on that?
Oh, and right now they can't. Them boys, that bribery is highly illegal.
Yeah.
Like you can't.
On
like,
top of the other gun-related
you
charges.
should not do those
robbery.
things. Well, anyways, like that's just the ACC in general is a complete cluster.
So what would you do? Just tell Notre Dame sorry?
No, sorry. Work it out. God will prevail. Do something. Like just don't ask me to do something. We'll see after the COVID. Like we'll honor our contract after that. But right now, we are conference only.
Yeah,
You're not in the conference.
Imagine they win the conference this year. God, that'd be embarrassing.
And you know what? They have a chance.
What division are they supposed to be in?
That's what I'm saying. Like they're just right now, it's just a rumor.
But
if it happens, they got to put them in the coastal.
rumor.
If it happens, they got to put them in the coastal, and they're going to probably blow up. They're going to blow up the schedule as it stands, and they're going to have to redo things. But the true answer won't happen, and this is from what my source told me, with the ACC until July 29th. So we'll know what the ACC is going to do.
Next
start
Friday?
date. Yeah, that should be midweek. Today's the 24th, so that's Wednesday.
Wednesday, correct?
Yeah, so we should know by Tuesday, Wednesday of next week exactly what's going to happen in terms of what the ACC is going to do. And whatever the ACC does, I believe the SEC will probably follow. SEC and Big 12 will follow something very similar. So, well, on the other side, I want to talk about how 2020 is bringing back classics and bringing them against each other. You ever heard this thing called Versus?
Where the rappers go against each other?
Rappers,
sort of,
singers.
yeah,
So,
I'm sort of aware.
It's starting to catch on with everything in the world. They're doing their version of it. I want to talk about one thing that I seen and I can't wait for it on the other side.
You'll find difference makers all over the First Coast. When you see one, let us know. 1010XL and 121 Financial want to celebrate difference makers. Tell us about your difference maker at 1010XL.com.
This is Greg Huntington with Advanced Disposal. In these uncertain times, there's one thing you can be certain of. Advanced Disposal and companies like us are committed to continue to provide critical environmental services that you depend on. When you see your local garbage person collecting waste in your neighborhood or place of business, then give them a wave and a thumbs up. Through these challenging times, Advanced Disposal is still hiring drivers and essential staff throughout Northeast Florida. So please go to advanceddisposal.com/careers and join our team today. Be safe.
Hello, I'm Chuck Farah. No one likes to fall down in a public place, but there's nothing funny about a slip and fall injury. In fact, I've seen broken bones, spinal cord, and brain injuries with slip and fall cases. It's only human nature to be embarrassed and to blame yourself. But understand, even though property owners have a legal duty to maintain a safe premises, they see profits before people. So they design their stores to make you focus on the merchandise, which makes it real easy to miss a puddle of water, an obstacle, or even a broken step. People don't just fall for no reason, so don't be embarrassed or blame yourself. Try to determine why you fell. Take pictures or video with your phone. Get the accident report and the name and numbers of witnesses. And before evidence is lost, call and talk to a premises liability attorney here at Farah & Farah. Remember, your lawyer matters. Call us at 396-5555, Jacksonville.
Bueller, air conditioning repairs. Seriously, guys. Hey, Hicken here. Not only are my friends at Bueller Air Conditioning the coolest guys in the business, they truly are the best at air conditioning repairs. Take it from me. I use them in my home, and from start to finish, they are absolutely terrific. So when the heat gets too much for your home, call Bueller Air and stay cooler with Bueller.
Bueller Air, stay cooler with Bueller.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On July 24th, 1983, Royals third baseman George Brett has his home run ruled as an out in the game against the New York Yankees because the amount of pine tar exceeded what was allowed.
Hicken here. Did you know that July is National Carpet Cleaning Month? Yeah, it is. Who'd have guessed it? To celebrate, you can get all the carpets in your home cleaned for 25% off the regular price. Wow! Don't miss this great deal during National Carpet Cleaning Month. 25% off all the carpet cleaning in your home. This offer is only good for the month of July, so call today, 287-5727, That's 287-5727. Call the cleaning freaks at Zero Res. Spell it forwards or backwards. Zero Res is the right way to clean.
Looking to be your own boss in a proven business model like construction and working outdoors? Superior Fence and Rail is franchising in new markets all over the Southeast, from Birmingham to Savannah, and even a few more markets in Florida. Come win with us and redefine the fence industry. So get off the fence and call Superior Fence and Rail to learn more about starting a fence franchise today.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Looking to upgrade your old wardrobe? Let Mariano's Custom Tailor on Beach Boulevard custom make suits and shirts for you. We also do alterations. Come to our store or we'll come to you. Mariano's Custom Tailor, the local expert at making you look great.
Hurricane season is here, and now is the time to ask your agent about your homeowner's coverage. It's time to make the change to Southern Oak Insurance.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
Peninsular Pest Control can help you with bugs inside and outside of your home. Our trained service technicians specialize in treating interior and exterior pest problems. Whether it's mosquito suppression or ant control, they stand behind their service. Schedule a free consultation by phone or online at crittergetter.com. Ask about the $30 discount on new services. Remember, Peninsular is your Critter Getter.
Tire Outlet is bringing the tires to you. Mike Dempsey here to tell you that Tire Outlet is now offering mobile service. No hassle, quick same-day installation. They're the largest locally owned tire shop in town, so wherever you are, choose a time and location that's convenient for you. A Tire Outlet professional will bring the new tires out and install them. Call this number to make an appointment, 600-0089. For mobile tire installation, that's 600-0089. Tire Outlet. Wholesale prices, premium service.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
Because it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got nothing to do.
This is the Sports Den brought to you by thehumidor.com. Go to thehumidor.com, type in Sports Den at checkout, get 20% off the top cigars, your favorite ones. You guys hit me up week to week, asking me what my advice is on it. Everything that you possibly need that you can actually buy in America. Stop asking me about Cubans. You can't buy Cubans in America legally. There is a black market for it, but this is a legitimate business. We're not doing that around here. Plus, expand your palate. Cuban cigars are the hardest to get cigars. They're not necessarily the best, unless you're smoking what I smoke. And a lot of y'all can't get that.
You're saying they're overrated.
Yes, it's very overrated. Unless it's like 10 brands that aren't. But you're talking about.
But just saying, it's a Cuban doesn't necessarily mean it's great.
And you're talking about $85 a cigar, damn near, for some of those. And when people are giving them to me, it's a thing. I never turn them down because a lot of people try to do it from a good place. They're like, hey, I went to the Bahamas and I got you a Cuban.
You're not going to be like, oh, this is trash.
I look at the wrapper. I can look at I've had so many legit Cubans that I can look at the wrapper and tell you that it's fake. But you didn't. I don't want to tell the price. The price should tell you. If you're buying, if a person on the street is selling you a $10 Cuban, that's probably. That cigar could have very well been made in Cuba, but that's not a Cuban cigar that you think it is. I'm just here to tell you that. But we were going to talk about versus in this new battle that's coming on the scene, but we're going to table that because today is Friday. And if you know what if you listen to our show every week, we do Petty Friday. And this isn't really petty, but it's a stupid thing that people keep talking about, having football in the spring. And the beautiful thing about being a good trainer in the city of Jacksonville is that there's a tremendous amount of athletes that you get a chance to encounter. And there are a bunch of guys that get a chance to go to the NFL. One guy who's got stock that is rising should have probably, if they would have listened to me, but that's why they're in the position they're in. Probably not because of listening to me. They're in a much better position. I told them when they give you a check, you go take the check. But they stepped back and I think it was a good decision. But we have Randy Wade, father of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Sean Wade, cornerback from out of Trinity Christian. We got him on the line, and I want to talk about spring and how does that affect the draft status? You got him on there, JJ?
Yeah, I'm on.
What's going on, man? You good?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me on, man.
Yeah, no problem, man. I just hear people talk about spring and they're making it as if this isn't it. Nah, your son is a very, very good young man, but and very noble. But he's made Ohio State a good amount of money. Is he really? Is he going to be willing to make Ohio State a little bit more money for the low?
I don't know about that, but spring just won't work though. You know what I'm saying? The NFL draft is only happen once a year. As far as I know right now, they're not changing it, and you got to get ready for it. You know.
Right. Even if they changed it and they moved it back, there's a lot of things that are going to take that are happening now with the NFL that are going to take a few years to rectify, as far as correction, install, OTAs, training camp, how to be a professional that you're supposed to get as a rookie. I mean, the draft typically happens that last weekend in April. That first weekend in May is your rookie mini camp, which none of these guys had. So if the draft stayed the same, or if the draft moved back to June, football is still going to they're still going to have their OTAs. They're still going to have their practices. So there's going to be a lot of valuable reps missed. What was some of the, and again, just actually we'll table that. What was some of the conversations that really went into Sean returning, because you guys did have a legitimate chance? And I say you guys because hell, you fed him for 20-something years. Y'all part of that too. But there were some legitimate conversations about him coming out and being a potential first round, early second round pick. So what were some of the conversations that went into actually wanting to come back?
Yeah, it was pretty simple. You know, me and my wife talked amongst each other. Then we talked to Sean. We got all the information we could from agents and the NFL side. Sean got most of his information from the Ohio State side. And basically what we came up with is that, you know, he could have been a first rounder, which it turned out as the draft went through that, hey, he would have declared he would have went, you know, but it's a roll of the dice. So we said, you know, he hasn't graduated. He graduates in 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
So he graduates in 2 weeks. That was one thing. He said he got to graduate. And then the next is that he really just didn't feel like he was able to put his stamp on college football at a position that he came into play. So he didn't feel like of course, you know, coming from Trinity, winning 4 state championships and stuff like that, he wanted another opportunity at Clemson if that's who it's going to be. You know, you never know, Alabama or whatever. And then as a cornerback, he wanted a chance to put his stamp on playing on the outside and raising his draft stack to make it for sure. And everything, and we talked to Ohio State about that, we talked to Coach Day about that, and everything they told us came to fruition so far. You know, we got a lot of things behind the scenes going on, and everything they said. Matter of fact, I was talking to them today, and everything they said so far has came to fruition. So it's pretty awesome.
On the phone with Randy Wade, father of Sean Wade, Ohio State cornerback, one of the top cornerbacks returning in college football. What are the thoughts? I know we've said that that wouldn't happen, but if another outbreak happens and things like that, actually no. Before we get to that, because I'm sorry, I'm thinking on the fly right now. What are some of the challenges that you've seen him go through as a father on the outside looking in, or some of the things that you've had to do because you had to take him in for a few weeks? What are some of the challenges that you guys have seen to get prepared for this upcoming season, whether it's in the fall or in the spring?
Just pretty much, you know, this year he's a leader. He's probably going to be a captain, you know, on back end of that defense. So not able to be with his teammates, you know, mano a mano versus being on Zoom. You know, he had some injuries that he had to heal from, so he had to have, you know, some physical therapy and stuff going on. So we had to find physical therapy for him to that was approved kind of by Ohio State down here, you know. So that was kind of hard, but I mean, they made that happen. And just, you know, when it's your turn to be the man and be that senior, even though he's a redshirt junior. You just want everything you want the same right as everybody else had, the same passes as far as like not a lot of distractions, so you can perform the best you can. So that's kind of been one of his issues. But he's not complaining. He's taking it as it is and going hard and getting ready for the season.
Okay, but right now, all those issues, feeling healthy, ready to go.
Oh yeah. He ready to go. He ready to go and do this thing. They ready to go. They start I believe on the 7th of August, as far as like full pads and everything else. But they ready to go, man. They run.
So with the restrictions possibly being with the stadiums, how does that affect you guys? Because I know you guys like to travel. You want to go be able to see, especially that last year means a lot. But I know you got another kid that's in your youngest son is in college. You still have your daughter who's running track. But how does that? Can you guys travel, or are they still trying to work those things out and they haven't communicated that to you?
They already talked to us. So like college can't do a lot of this stuff that NFL does because the kids don't get paid. So if the parents want to come, they can come. But me and my wife personally, we like they doing all this work. They kind of putting their stuff in their own little bubble, you know. So we like, why come up there where we can watch the games on TV? And plus, my other son, it's not the rules are not going to be that strict with them catching COVID. If they were to catch COVID at school he's at, it's not going to be the same thing with what the Big Ten is talking about. What I'm hearing like you get suspended for like not suspended, but you have to sit out for like 3 weeks if you get tested positive. So rather than ruin that, we just rather watch it from afar and maybe hit up the important games and maybe just not talk to him, talk to him, but not be in his face or whatever.
Yeah, I understand that. Well, that's cool. Well, I appreciate you coming on. When that time comes and he's you guys are getting ready, have a good season. Season's done. We gotta make sure we get you in the den more. Get Sean in the den, and chop it up. We don't necessarily have to talk about sports. We just talk about life. That's the beautiful thing about our show.
Oh yeah, thank you, man. Thanks for having me.
All right, man. Appreciate you. That's Randy Wade, father Sean Wade. This is the Sports Den. We're coming up to the world famous in Jacksonville. 8 o'clock coming up at 9. 8 o'clock at 9 o'clock, brought to you by Lucid Air Quality. We'll be right back.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Sports entertainment for the First Coast.
Is this not why you are here?
This is Jack Sports Radio, 1010XL.
This message is brought to you by Community First Credit Union.
Stop for a minute. Relax. Jacksonville is going to be just fine. And while our physical health is everyone's greatest concern, it's important to think about your financial health as well. So if you have questions, we have answers. Answers that will help us all to a better, brighter future in Jacksonville.
To get started, text ANSWERS to 797979 or visit communityfirstfl.org to schedule an appointment. Federally insured by NCUA.
They're breaking all the rules at Diamonds Direct with an unprecedented store-wide sale going on now. Save 20% and more on an expanded selection. Rings, earrings, bracelets, bands, including trunk loads of all new designer pieces flown in from around the world. But hurry, this first time ever 11-day sale ends this Sunday. In-store, online, and virtual. All options open. All merchandise included. Even thousands of engagement rings on sale. An extraordinary sale for an extraordinary time. 20% savings now through Sunday only. Only at Diamonds Direct. Open Sunday.
Off Town Center Parkway, just left of the Hyatt.
When it's summer in Northeast Florida, you need to know you can count on your cooling system. Cooler times will come, but fall is a long way off. You don't have to sweat it out. Call Mike Merritt's Heating and Air. A small adjustment may be all you need. And Mike Merritt's Heating and Air is here to get your system in tip-top condition. If you do need something new, Mike Merritt offers a 10-year warranty on new systems. That gives you peace of mind you won't find anywhere else. Year in, year out, people wonder, what's Mike Merritt's secret? What can explain 30 years of excellence? The answer is simple. Mike Merritt is always ready to help and never an overtime charge. Merritt's techs work without commissions. They only do what you need. Merritt's cheerful staff is ready to help anytime. Call today. License number CAC 050384. On the web at merrittair.com.
the flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
What's Jim doing this afternoon?
Playing golf at World Golf Village.
Wow. The Slammer and Squire, King and Bear, those are great courses. Always in top condition. Two of the best in town. How'd he swing that?
Booking his tee time online at playwgv.com. He checks the website daily and gets the best available rates, even as low as $55.
Wow. So playing at World Golf Village isn't out of reach.
Start saving today. Visit playwgv.com to get the best rates at World Golf Village.
Ackerman Urology has the latest options for improving men's health and vitality. Our board-certified urologists treat prostate disease and sexual health issues to ensure your confidence and wellness. Visit ackermanurology.com.
Brakes for less is what we do. We know drums, rotors, pads, and shoes. If there's a squeal in your wheel, come see the best. 733 Stop.
Brakes for less.
All we do
are brakes for less.
You missing live sports? Then now's the time to order a custom set of cornhole boards and learn the best social distancing sport around. Visit Mystic Cornhole on Phillips Highway and pick up your new set today from mysticcornholecompany.com.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
You mad, bro?
1010XL 92.5 FM. Join us in the sports den. Call or text 641-1010.
Open up your heart and let that hate out.
Gotta let it breathe. Let that hate breathe. It's like adding oxygen to the fire. Like let it get up. This is 8 o'clock, brought to you by Loose Air Quality. That's LUCE Air Quality. If you got loose air, you shouldn't have that. That's not good. You want to call LUCE airquality.com, or make sure you go there, get the number, check them out. Great people. Mold, mildew. They come in to make sure that everything is operating at the right way. If you got a headache, you got all these kind of other different things happening to you, it's probably the air quality in your home. Have them come check it out. They're the best in the business. You don't know anybody else who actually does this. Loose Air Quality does. They bring you 8 o'clock each and every night. You got anything you hating on?
Nah, honestly, this is great. Sports is back. I know you don't care about these sports, and a lot of people don't, but just it feels different. Last night I was watching a real baseball game. Oh, this will be my 8 o'clock. So last night, finally, we do have sports back. And what did ESPN decide to do during the broadcast? Not talk about the sport that was happening at all. It was just COVID talk and social justice talk. Everything that we've been talking about for the last 5 months or so. And it's like, can we please have 3 hours, please, of just like the game that's happening? And I think part of that is because they're doing the broadcast from like their studio. They're not actually at the game, which hurts a lot.
Because you get caught up in it. Like
yeah,
exactly.
Exactly. But there's certain stadiums that have done good things, certain ones I don't like. Like yesterday, the Dodgers had like cardboard cutouts behind the plate. I thought that was added a little bit of character. The game before that had nobody behind the plate, and it was just awkward. And it's gonna take some getting used to, because like with basketball, you can do it. You can just show the court or whatever. In baseball, every foul ball or whatever, you see this 50,000 empty seats. It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Speaking of cardboard cutouts,
looks
before
like
I get
Hurricanes
into
game.
I was really livid. I believe it was Saturday or Sunday last week, where the Mets literally I thought they took my whole flow, man.
Oh, I saw that. Somebody tweeted us. So they
my
had
whole essence, man.
those cardboard cutouts, and there was a guy that had a bucket hat, hair similar to yours, and I think facial hair even.
And he had the beard.
Yeah,
it was pixelated, so you could tell you could tell they didn't get the picture like that. It wasn't a good quality picture. They got it from online. Yeah, definitely. But then when I went to go look at it, I was hot. I was like, "Yo, how you just going to use? This is what NCAA athletes are fighting. Yeah, you could have. You could have been like, yo, you look like you could be a Mets fan.
You felt like O'Bannon.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm going to have to take EA
Like, yeah,
Sports
I'm going to have
support.
to call my lawyers, and we're going to have to go put a cease and desist on this. Or run me my check.
Yeah,
I'm cool. Do whatever. Give me paid. Give me some compensation.
Something small. I don't even care. $200.
I would have took 200
Oh,
easy.
easy.
I would have took 200 easy, man.
The lawyer fees alone are like hundreds of thousands.
Y'all have that all day. Like, y'all, matter of fact, do you want me to take a better picture for you for $200?
With the MFTK hat.
Yeah, but then I went and
think about the branding.
Dude, it would have been awesome. Like, they could have easily just like let me just really done it. And there was a couple other people who apparently thought that they had their image and likeness taken. I looked at the picture, I blew it up. I'm like, okay, well, that's not me. I looked at the nose was entirely
too big or too small.
It was too big. It was way too big. I'm like, wait, my nostrils don't look like that. And my eyes,
At least not yet. I feel like as you get older,
oh man, that would suck.
like the ears. That apparently that's the
ears,
one thing that always keeps growing on a person's body. I used to look at my grandpa like, dude, what do you got in those things?
Also, it's
Dumbo.
gonna. I hope it doesn't happen to me, but it might. Like, I'm gonna have to cut my hair. I hope it's 20, 30 years.
I've seen some old cats with some dreads still hanging on, like one or two.
I've seen Stevie
at
Wonder.
the back of the head. Yeah, that's
the
a
problem.
Example.
Stevie ain't. Nobody's that blind. Two.
Well, we know.
I watched Snoop, and Snoop didn't start off with dreads. Snoop just started off with hair.
Yeah.
But Snoop, you're looking like Jerry Rice right now, bro.
I
Like
haven't seen him lately.
your hair is starting in the middle of your head, bro. Go bald, grow the beard. You have the image to do that.
It starts at the back of the head.
And it's also very difficult. And I gotta get in my head.
And he's so skinny.
It's hard to view this guy who was an OG gangster rapper, like
who got charged with murder.
Murder was the case. Deep cover. Had some fun songs like Gin and Juice and Ain't No Fun If the Homies Can't Have None. Stuff like
Basically any song you did with Dre too was
right. But it's like you're a real gangster. You're supposed to be. And look at you now.
So corny.
You're corny. Like you're jolly. It's nothing wrong with being corny. Corny is not a bad thing in theory. He's rich and corny. Corny, like he's lived. That's fine, but he's not what he was rapping about when I was a kid.
Absolutely not. I would say Ice Cube worse.
Oh, Ice Cube.
Ice
and I
Cube's
love
gone
Cube. Cube
so
made a kid
corporate.
movie. Cube making kiddie movies, man. You was not cop killer. That's Ice-T. You was
Well,
natural
he was
born
F the
killer.
police.
You,
I mean,
wrote the whole thing, and now you are playing a police officer.
now you're doing Are We There Yet 5.
But, hey,
I can't
getting
hate on the
paid.
guy for getting that bag,
Getting
but I
paid.
mean, you can't still expect me to respect your gangster. I'm
Teacher
sorry, I
Fight.
don't.
Teacher Fight came out a couple years ago.
That looked
and
terrible.
It was bubblegum movie. It's not something that's
You almost said funny, and I was like, I know it wasn't funny.
No, it had moments.
There you go.
It had moments. It wasn't like something like
Laugh
2
out
hours.
loud.
It wasn't
all day.
Yeah, it was, but it's had moments. It was. I was mad that I spent money in the theaters, but had I been home and it came on, I'd have been great with it.
DVD movie.
But kids were like, "Hey, you look. Has anybody ever told you that you kind of sound and look like that guy in Teacher Fight?" They don't even know
guy.
They don't even know who Ice Cube is. But I digress. DMX also.
No, he hasn't gotten soft.
He's just old. Like I know. Yeah. That's how I was.
That's
when I
not
saw
soft.
him.
That's how a gangster cries.
No, but I'm saying that's what I did when I saw him. I'm like, man, he's old now, man.
Oh,
Like,
so he
I
was
can-
doing one of those things that you're talking
I can punch him and nothing's gonna happen.
Versus.
The dog's not gonna bite. But that's not what I'm talking about. But it's like that. But my hated clock is this. Is just every week. I guess it could be this every week, but women are fighting for this isn't the hate o'clock. Women fighting for their place at the table of equality. I believe that should happen. We need that. We need more voices. We need more opportunities, but we need them within reason. And I say that because
Can't wait to see where this is going.
the bubble has brought up the WNBA NBA debate. I see it every day on my timeline on Twitter.
Me too.
LeBron
Dude, I've been
James-
seeing
LeBron-
WNBA stuff on my Twitter for weeks now. I'm like, why?
LeBron James makes $40 million a year, and the best WNBA player makes 75.
$45.
There's this thing, and again, it is equality. You are having the equal opportunity to be able to go out and make money. Your league loses money. See, and I'm gonna get to why it's not the players' problem, and it's not the concept problem. It's the people who are claiming they support it problem. LeBron gets $40 million a year because the NBA has a thing called a profit share or a revenue split. So that means if he's able to get paid that much money, think about how much money the person who's able to write the check is getting paid.
And here's a secret, guys. LeBron's underpaid.
Right. Even better. But that's not even the totality of the point. The point is that they have a CBA that says you get your salary cap, same with the NFL, all these things. And for stupid people who don't understand why teachers, other people don't get paid, this is the reason why. If for that to happen, all of our taxes would have to be raised. I'm cool with that. Not to the point where they need to be making what LeBron makes, but raise my taxes if it's going to make sure my kid gets better schooling. But I just want you to understand it's a difference with all of that. They bring in X amount of billions of dollars every year. They split it, and then that's how these teams are able to write the checks to said players. They can't even do that with the WNBA. And it's not about if the WNBA, they can probably hoop. But
it's just not a sustainable business model.
It's
without the
NBA
paying it,
that's the
they
same.
would
Without
never
the
last.
players, the guys saying so now you don't want it to be fair for the males, because they could very easily just say, hey, for all players, the salary cap is based upon what both leagues make. Your league loses money, but your league loses money for this reason and this reason alone. JJ, who runs the world? Beyonce made a song called "Who Runs the World." Girls, they have, there's a lot more women on this planet than men. There's a lot more women in America than men. You know who does not watch WNBA either?
Exactly.
You could legitimately have the equality that you talk about if you actually target the demographic that you actually play, that you put on the court.
And I don't even think it's their fault for not getting that demographic. I don't think
people
want to watch that.
But that's my thing is that it's something that, again,
it's a lesser.
You can't blame this on misogynistic culture when it's clearly misogynoir could make it happen, could make it even. Because if there were, I think it's like they said 262. Wait, no, it's 262. Anyways, forget the semantics. If the amount of women watch the WNBA as they should, you know what McDonald's is going to say? They're going to say they get 4 points a game.
Every advertiser.
You know what I need? 4 points a game is worth $2 million a game for me. I don't know what those numbers are. You're going to get paid. That goes to the bottom line. But nobody watches the game. Possibly because if they lowered the goals to 8 feet and women were able to dunk on each other,
that would be badass.
It'd be a much more exciting game. But I don't know. That's not for me to know. That's not my problem. But my thing is that's one of the things, again, that all circles to accountability.
It just seems like online, and it goes back to earlier what you were saying about Twitter. It's like it's always a complaint from the WNBA.
Right.
From the players, from the people working in there. It's always complaining. And it's always complaining. It's like, dude, your league shouldn't even exist.
Do you know
what
where
are you complaining about? You should be thanking everyone.
Yeah. Do you know where they appreciate the woman basketball player and they get a better television view? They get better. That too. But I'm saying overseas, it's a reason why they're able to pay that. It's because there's a bigger investment and people actually care. You can't get mad at American men for not wanting to watch
women's
WNBA.
Basketball bigger overseas?
Way bigger.
Oh, I didn't know.
They can make 6 figures over there. They can probably make almost as much as what the average American male player makes over there. But that's because they watch them kind of together. Like neither are really.
And this
big.
is also what helps with European leagues basketball wise is that they're connected to a football club. Usually it's they play like Barcelona has a soccer team, a basketball team, a women's basketball team. So like if you support the soccer team, you're going to also support your home team basketball team. And they're all affiliated. They wear the same jerseys, all that.
You just educated us on game to why they're getting paid that. Why the pay happens like that. That's something I didn't know. Now, another thing, because again, it's accountability. Now, another thing, accountability. A year ago, maybe a little over a year ago, a woman writer, and I say a woman writer because she's the one who put it there. We had a former colleague here defend said woman when she broke the Tyreek Hill story.
Prior.
I, as an African-American father, said that, man, if this happened that way, that's pretty bad. but there seems to be some flaws in this. And they're
It smelled fishy
Yeah, it
from the
smelled fishy.
beginning.
And it has, but there accountability. There has not been as much energy to bash the actual child abuser, the person who actually wrecked the home, the person who did everything but leave. It made the situation worse, which was Tyreek Hill's baby mama. That's what we have to call her. See, we know who Tyreek Hill is. We don't know Tyreek Hill's baby mama. We're so quick to bash and vilify and not even come back with that same energy. She's the one who broke that kid's arm. Ain't nobody calling and marching and calling for her head. When they thought it was Tyreek Hill, it's the NFL doesn't do enough to protect women.
This guy never needs to play it down again in his life.
We wanted to destroy this man's entire life when he was, in fact, the victim. It's the same misogynistic culture that we bash, that we say like hinders women, is the same misogynistic culture that puts women up on a pedestal.
Her name is Crystal Espinal.
Right. It's not very many articles talking about how bad of a person she is, I'm assuming. Most of those articles that you probably saw with her name on there is talking about how Tyreek Hill probably abused her and the child.
Right.
The thing is we want equality. Lastly, we have all heard of this story. I, unfortunately, have been on the wrong side of this too many times. Of my own stupidity, I'm willing to admit, but at the same time, I was the victim. Men cheat. Women cheat as well. We hear about when the man goes crazy on the woman for cheating, but anytime the woman goes crazy on the man, we chalk it up as...
We laugh it off.
We laugh it off. Not realizing that, property or somebody could have been severely hurt. We watch movies like Waiting to Exhale, and we say things like, yeah, girl, that's right, get him, burn his
Slay
stuff.
Queen.
We see women cut Jordans and do very vicious things.
Whoa.
Swear to God. Okay, you got me talking like Cam Newton right now. Touch my J's if you want to.
I double dare you to.
You can get the I don't care about that.
That's a domestic in itself to touch my shoes like that.
My thing is, so like if a man went and slashed the hills and did all this stuff, you know what's gonna happen? They're gonna call them boys and you're gonna get them platinum bracelets put on you. You're gonna go downtown. They're gonna have a conversation for you. And they're gonna shake you down a little bit. But we've seen in the last 24 hours, and we've seen this more than that. Actually, we'll even talk about Meg Thee Stallion got shot in the pinky toe, which is not.
Whoa.
Yeah, but she's with Tory Lane. Meg Thee Stallion is my size, but me not as big as me. Like she's 6 foot.
Damn.
So if you're 6 foot and you're a woman, and she's thick, she's fine, but she's 6 foot, about 180, easy. She calls herself a stallion. Stallions ain't the puny horses, bro. Like
miniature horses on Robin.
She's in a car with Tory Lanez, who at best is the same size as my 7-year-old.
Is that a man?
Yeah, he's a singer or a rapper. I don't know, whatever. But he's 5'3", 120 pounds. How many men? What?
Is that true?
On God.
I gotta look it up.
On God. Look up his police. Look at his booking report. So we saw every
5'3", 120 pounds.
Black women aren't protected. Black women are selling this. Meg even goes on there. Mind you, she got shot, right? So she got shot in the foot. And the police officers did this wrong. But I'm not going to get into that. Anytime you've ever heard somebody shoot in a domestic dispute, don't we hear a lot about it? Like, we would have heard a lot about it. Tory Lanez, we ain't heard nothing about Tory Lanez. And then they come out saying that she was whooping his ass.
Oh, no. He was protecting himself.
And then
he
we're
was
like,
using his Second Amendment right.
Forget that normally in any given situation, as a man, misogynistic culture says, man, you're not supposed to hit an equal person, the woman. But he's 5'3", 120
I'm watching a
pounds.
video of him right now with Sway on Sirius XM.
Dog, he hopped out the chair.
Yeah, listen, he's sitting in a chair, and, you expect when someone to get up, they grow. You see their whole body for how tall they are. He gets up from the chair, and he, shrinks. Like, he's actually shorter than he was sitting down.
JJ.
Epic.
JJ, he looked like he was
The
diving.
name of the video is when Tory Lane stood up and was the same height.
JJ, he jumped out the chair and it looked like he was jumping out of a plane. It took him 2 seconds to land. That's not good.
His feet were dangling. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, but I wasn't even. That just made me think about that. But now I'm looking at there's a video of a guy a big guy, running away from a smaller woman. Closes the door and locks the door. She tears his door off. To put it in perspective, my boy's mother.
Oh, I saw that. The front door.
My boy's mother.
I saw that.
She's 5 foot, right? She's 5 foot. She's petite. I don't know what she weighs. She's petite.
Have you ever seen her pull a door off a frame?
She's strong, but I've never seen her do that. But imagine me in my size chasing her, and I pull a door off while I'm chasing her. What's the headlines gonna be?
That's a felony.
Ain't no jokes. Ain't no laughing and kikiing.
Deranged angry man.
CTE. Former guy like this. Guy, I have no idea what this man did. He probably cheated because this is the justification that people do. This chick comes in with gasoline, bashes his windows in his car, pours the gasoline, throws a match in there, tries to burn him down. Now,
he wasn't in the car.
He wasn't in the car. She's like, "You gonna put me through hell? I'm gonna send you through hell." And the devil said, "Sweetheart, you gonna get a taste of that hell." So she throws the match in there, and you know what happens?
Lit her on fire.
Boom! Fire blows right into her face. She's in jail now. She's in custody. But my thing is the account.
Double whammy.
They do everything but just what they tell men to do and accept the accountability and just leave. Just leave.
It only makes things, and this is talking to men and women, because I've had guy friends that were in the same boat who will stick around in the yard screaming and arguing, and it just leads to worse things. If you're getting into it with your chick or your guy or whatever, bounce.
Just leave.
Bounce.
Don't take it to the point of violence because it never ends well.
And if you live in my apartment complex,
bounce.
Don't do it. Because you're always waking me up.
Yeah, this is going to wake you up.
Always.
But I just, it was just really just so many things. It's just like, why don't we just, we're adults. There's adult way. Modern problems deserve modern solutions.
Like that.
There's so many different things that you can do. Because what I found is this. I think about my daughter's mother, who's one person who did something to my car one time. You're good. If you're willing to go, if you're giving that kind of energy, you know what that shows? You're coming back. That person's not even thinking about it. If they want you back, you're taking them back.
Oh, we just got a great text.
What was that? Let's read it.
That's one about women. This one in particular. Great. Why must James dance for JJ the racist?
What does that have to do with
I don't know, but that just came through at 9:21.
I ain't danced the entire show. Actually, you know what? While I'm here, I'm going to do this, man. Because we got to take a break. JJ's my guy. I don't agree with JJ.
Hold on. This guy, he tweets a lot of stuff about the KKK. Would you rather keep the name of oppressive white men while black players are running around entertaining her? Talking about Emmett Till. This guy seems like a blast.
Yeah, Emmett Till's. Let me tell you about Emmett. My mom showed me the Emmett Till video when I was 10, and it shaped a lot of decisions that I make to this very day.
It's terrible.
It's awful. But I don't agree with everything that JJ says, but I respect the hell out of JJ.
Thank
you.
you.
What y'all don't understand is we have a phenomenal relationship off this show. We talk about stuff. We laugh about stuff.
Our off-the-air conversations are better than our on-the-air conversations.
When you hear us going at it, we're gonna be going at it probably 30 minutes after the show until we figure out a common place. But see, I won't let nobody call him an idiot or do anything. I'm like, that's my idiot. That's because that's my guy.
And I don't care if you're calling me a racist, but to act like James is complicit in some type of kowtowing to the white man is absolutely ridiculous.
Which is cool. Whatever.
Calling people a racist, by the way, means absolutely nothing nowadays. So try better, bro. Be better.
The problem, as long as you don't call me Jason Willow, see, then you've gone too far. If you call me Jason Whitlock, I will be Jason Whitlock or Candace Owens for the right check.
For the
I will
bag.
say that. If you give me
The
a
Fox
bag,
bag.
you give me that. Let Fox.
Well, even Fox actually let him go, or he
yeah,
left
they didn't
or
renew.
something.
They
I
didn't
don't know
renew
what
his
happened.
contract. But if Fox runs around and gives me a bag, I could change. I can write stuff. I could act with the best of them.
Who does Candace work for?
She works for.
I just see her on Twitter,
I think
but
she
I
works for
never.
herself. She gets some. She gets some speaking engagements. She's probably close
She
to.
puts on with Whitlock. Sometimes I'm like, okay, I don't think it's all an act all the time, but with her, it's not. It's not. No questions asked. No questions asked. It's a complete, just show. It's a show.
Candace won a discrimination lawsuit, but says she's never been discriminated against. But that's
funny.
That's political stuff.
I've never
I
heard
just
that.
don't like her. She's awesome though that she has an audience and earn your money. I just hope the money's big enough. But that's hate o'clock.
How do you make money off being a Twitter person?
Easy.
These people do it.
People do it. Like these people.
Is it T-shirts or
T-shirts, speaking engagements? They all have YouTube channels or different things like where people come in and pay.
Do you understand how much money people make on YouTube? I've never figured it out. Like if I'm getting 1 million views an episode, can I live at home?
Yeah.
Can I not work?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're getting consistent, not like once.
No, I'm saying
But
like
if you're
an episode a week.
Yeah, if you're consistent, you don't even have to get 1 million. If you're putting up six-figure views, you're gonna make decent coin. You can sell that.
Decent?
They can sell, like when I say decent, but your producer money. I guarantee you that.
Because something happened this weekend, or this week while I was on paid vacation COVID time, was I have inserted commercials in the middle of YouTube videos now.
That's
and like it used to be like one, you could skip it for 5 seconds. No, they're doing two. 2 at the beginning, 2 in the middle, 1 at the end. YouTube is becoming like cable television. I hate it.
I have that because I bought the YouTube Red. I just paid the $5.
You're a sheep, bro.
And it's
how much is it?
Well,
$5 a month?
Yeah, I didn't buy it to not have the commercials.
What do you get?
I bought it because like when if I turn my iPad off like this, I can still hear the video.
Oh,
so that's which I don't know what's worse.
So
I don't know what's
your
worse.
Battery.
Yeah, I don't know what's worse. I bought it for convenience either way. So like when I go on my runs,
damn, I didn't know you could do that.
There's a show called Biographics that you would love Biographics, by the way. It's like a 20-minute
like a podcast.
video blog. Yeah, 20-minute synopsis of all famous people. So like I've listened I was listening to Andrew Jackson. I've listened today was like World War II heroes. So I had Patton, MacArthur.
Patton, by the way,
Nimitz.
Crazy dude. Patton used to he got suspended multiple times for like going into hospitals where the troops were who had just been injured and be like, "Get up, wussy!"
Wait a minute.
Like, what are you doing, dude?
To his defense, they didn't know very much about PTSD. Then.
Exactly.
And
so like, if someone came in there
like
that
a broken leg.
No, if he looked at somebody and was like, "This guy, he's not hurt," he would just scream at him.
Yeah,
and he got reprimanded for it multiple times.
He definitely could have got court-martialed for that. And
nowadays,
they just got reprimanded. No, like even then, like they were saying, like,
yeah,
you're too valuable for us to like get rid of you.
Yeah, we have to have you to win the war, but you need to chill out, dude.
But anyway, so when I listen to Biographics, I don't have to worry about the commercials, and he gets paid. Like he has his own commercial inside of it, to where he talks about his songs.
Okay, but that's the best way to get cash, not through YouTube's whatever. It's like, hey, when you start have you ever heard of ASMR?
No.
Dude, it's a wormhole. Basically, these people are like lulling you to sleep, and there's 1 million of these people on YouTube.
Oh, God.
And it's creepy at first.
Yeah, that sounds like.
But I've kind of grown into it, and I'm ashamed to say that I like ASMR now. But it's basically they're like, "Hey, it's me, ASMR JJ. I'm gonna give you 25 triggers to help you sleep."
Yeah, I'm good on that.
It's creepy.
That sounds like I'm gonna wake up.
I actually love it now.
I'll wake up and I'll be like Hell Hydra, and I'll go some kind of shooting spree or something. But anyways, that's Hate O'Clock brought to you by LooseAirQuality.com. Loose Air Quality. You've got mold and mildew in your house. You need to call LUCE. And the good people at LUCE, go to LooseAirQuality.com. They bring us Hate O'Clock each and every night. We'll be right back.
Let's celebrate difference makers right here at home. Tell us about someone who makes the First Coast a better place to live and work. 1010XL and 121 Financial want to say thanks for a job well done. Go to 1010XL.com.
Hey,
folks, Rick Ballou here for the Blue Crab House. Yes, they're back up and they are running now, both indoors, outdoors dining. You can still call ahead, order, and pick up at 260-CRAB or 260-2722. Non-seafood items on there as well. If you love seafood, though, oysters, crabs, shrimp, fish, you name it. Jillington Creek Road in San Jose, the one, the only. It's the Blue Crab House. Doors open at 4:30.
At Farah and Farah, we believe clients have a right to know what's going on with their case every step of the way. Call us at 396-5555. Farah and Farah, protecting you and your family. Jacksonville.
Some say it's the greatest golf tournament in Jacksonville.
He's about 455 yards away. He's going to hit about a 2-iron, I think.
Listen to the drill for your chance to play in this year's Coastal Equipment Guggen Open.
We all know this is illegal and against club practice.
August 3rd at Queens Harbor Yacht and Country Club.
Enjoy a Dandy Foods lunch.
Thanks to our sponsors, Jacksonville Sports and Entertainment, Woody's Barbecue, McGowan's Heating and Air Conditioning, and Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Rip it and rip it.
With 1010XL.
How much do you pay for your homeowner's insurance? Get an instant quote with Southern Oak Insurance. Find out how much you'll save at southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative. Are the company's Zoom calls getting boring? Might be a good time to order some new logo caps or temporary tattoos. Check them out online at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
Instant Keys offers honest professional locksmith service for lost or broken keys and keyless entry remotes. Call Instant Keys at 722-1111. Get dealership level service in just minutes at a fraction of the cost. 722-1111.
Pyramex is a national leader in safety products, and you can find them at Ritz Safety in Jacksonville. Safety eyewear, goggles, hard hats, and more in stock and ready to ship. Keep your workers protected with proven industry-leading PPE from Pyramex at great prices. Visit ritzsafety.com to order or stop by the Phillips Highway location to see their wide array of Pyramex products. Pyramex and Ritz Safety, a winning combo to help your team stay safe on the job.
Bueller, air conditioning repairs. Seriously, guys. Hey, Hicken here. Not only are my friends at Bueller Air Conditioning the coolest guys in the business, they truly are the best at air conditioning repairs. Take it from me. I use them in my home, and from start to finish, they are absolutely terrific. So when the heat gets too much for your home, call Bueller Air and stay cooler with Bueller.
Bueller Air. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Get local wealth and finance advice from someone who's navigating the markets every day. Financial and tax planning, stock market trends, small business, and more. Navigating turbulent markets with Chris Rochelle. Saturday morning at 11 on 1010XL.
Hicken here. Did you know that July is National Carpet Cleaning Month? Yeah, it is. Who'd have guessed it? To celebrate, you can get all the carpets in your home cleaned for 25% off the regular price. Wow! Don't miss this great deal during National Carpet Cleaning Month. 25% off all the carpet cleaning in your home. This offer is only good for the month of July, so call today, 287-5727. That's 287-5727. Call the cleaning freaks at Zero Res. Spell it forwards or backwards. Zero Res is the right way to clean.
Peninsular Pest Control has served homes and businesses in Northeast Florida since 1954. This family-owned and operated business is continually recognized and awarded for outstanding customer service, receiving annual Super Service Awards from Angie's List and the Bold City's Best Award from Jacksonville.com. Schedule a free consultation by phone or online at crittergetter.com. Remember, Peninsular is your critter getter.
Tire Outlet is bringing the tires to you. Mike Dempsey here to tell you that Tire Outlet is now offering mobile service. No hassle, quick, same-day installation. They're the largest locally owned tire shop in town, so wherever you are, choose a time and location that's convenient for you. A Tire Outlet professional will bring the new tires out and install them. Call this number to make an appointment, 600-0089. For mobile tire installation, that's 600-0089. Tire Outlet. Wholesale prices, premium service.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
Because it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got to do.
This is who I want to age like.
Curtis.
Like, he's got to be doing plastic surgery, Botox and stuff, right?
Well, he's had lots of work done on his face. That was mostly to get gunshot wounds.
There's no way.
It's vitamin water, bro.
Hard, really?
No.
He lived a very hard life.
But if I would say out of all the rappers, he would be the last one I would say that would do some type of Botox. He's just like, dude.
But you just never know with these guys, though. Like, they're getting pedicures.
People are aging amazingly nowadays. Like,
money.
Mike Tyson is fighting Roy Jones Jr.
Yeah, and that's what I was getting into. That's what I'm talking about, JJ.
Flawless.
It's a damn good segue right there. So Versus has been doing this stuff on IG where they mash these artists that nobody's cared about for decades, and we relive our youth. And it's been amazing. I'm not gonna lie. I missed the DMX and Snoop one that we were talking about earlier. We were on radio, but everybody on Twitter world was just like raving about. They were raving about how good it was. I mean, it was like.
Did they only play their own music, or do they play music that they like?
So they could play like
a feature.
Yeah, because let's be real. Snoop's catalog by himself as a solo artist isn't good.
It's not great.
You got
DMX doesn't exactly have a huge list.
DMX's first 3 albums were fire. He's the first person to ever go platinum 2 times in the same year.
Okay, I didn't know that.
But after that, it was like one or 2 songs on the album were good, and then
he was too busy making like crappy fight movies with like
right. He was trying to be Tupac. That's what he was trying to be. He was doing like the different. He was acting.
Trying to act.
Yeah, trying to act. But this Mike Tyson and Roy Jones thing reminds me of that. You've got 2 phenomenal, historic, iconic boxers.
Yes.
Who flamed out. Like Roy,
fast.
Roy shouldn't be fighting anymore.
No, he's actually been fighting most recently.
Yeah, he almost died the last time he was in the ring, and the first time he got knocked out, he did not get knocked out gracefully. It looked like his soul was taken away from him, and that's when he got
never
bad.
The same after that either.
Tyson has at least teased us with what made Tyson Tyson: his speed, his quickness, his violence, his ferocity. So he's been showing us the fact that he does not care about what anything looks like. This man has been boxing for 2 months in his drawers, not boxer briefs, like draws. Like, I've been trying to find. I just thought they were shorts because I've been on this workout kick. I was like, man, you know what? I'm gonna start boxing. I'm gonna start boxing on my sunroom, and I want to wear those. But then I looked. I'm like, wait a minute. That's just regular old-fashioned drawers. At least they're clean. This man is, and again, I know he's crazy. I was like, you know what? I want to support. I like Tyson. I want to buy one of these Tyson Farm shirts. Until I realized he's selling these things for $40. It's just a yellow shirt that says Tyson Farm.
His Weed Ranch.
Whatever. Like, you got to give me more than that. It was like too much. And that's before taxing and shipping. I know the game. Like, it's got to give me a design or something, Mike. Give me your face on it.
Will you watch? Well, better question. This is what I meant to say, because of course we're all going to watch. Will you stream or will you buy?
Depends on how much they charge.
That's what I'm saying. If it's like $20, I'll buy it.
I'll buy it.
Anything more than like 30, I'm out. Dude.
Yeah, I'm not.
Because I know what it's going to be. It's going to get sad.
If Mike Tyson,
if it goes more than a few rounds, they're going to get so tired.
If Mike Tyson doesn't destroy him, it benefits him none. And I don't mean this in the fact that because Roy's not a duck. He was not a duck of a fighter. He was a great fighter. I didn't realize he was a heavyweight in his later years.
That's what ruined his career. Is he went all the way up to heavyweight, and then he fought John Ruiz, and then he tried to come back down, and that never works. And his body was never the same after that, and would just get wrecked. Antonio Tarver beat him a couple times. He got robbed the first time. But Antonio Tarver, Floridian, love that guy. But yeah, it was rough after he came back from heavyweight.
The thing that most people don't realize about fighting, I only know about it with fighting because I've never boxed to like sanction. I wanted to spar, but I couldn't get my mind wrapped around this part myself. See, the throwing the punch part is easy. It's the taking the punch part is the hard part. And in a street fight, you can do things to try to make sure that you can use your advantage. In boxing, MMA, there isn't anywhere you could go. You're going to get hit.
Yep.
In heavyweights, with the gloves, with the weight of the glove, when that punch, it lands, it don't tickle. It's not like a pillow fight. It is heavy. But I'm watching Tyson hit that back, and I'm watching Tyson's demeanor. This is the same guy who was in tears talking about his inner demons, which both was beautiful and terrifying.
And then Alexander Napoleon, I know the more I read, the more I studied, the more I know the art of fight. I know the art of war. That's all I ever studied. That's why I'm so feared. That's why they feared me when I was in the ring, because I was an annihilator. That's all I was born for. And now those days are gone. It's empty. I'm nothing. I'm working on the art of humbleness. Can you be with me? That's the reason why I'm crying, because I'm not that person no more. And I miss him.
That's the part right there.
Because sometimes I feel like
that's the part where I would have got up.
Because I don't want that person to come out, because if he comes out, hell is coming with him.
I'm walking out of the room when I hear that.
Yeah, he was with.
He had me. I'm humble. I'm working on the art of humbleness where you work with me. You know, and I'm not that person no more. And I miss him. Whoa! Why did your voice change? Like, what is wrong? Where are we going here? So, that's Mike. That's what I love about Mike. I'm hearing this, and it gets you amped up. And if Mike gets knocked out, I don't want my son to see this. I need him to see the fight, because I need him to know his father's heroes. Like, my son knows.
That is what's cool about this.
My son knows Ali. He knows how I feel about Muhammad Ali. My dad is crazy as all get out. Love my dad. He's trying to build the relationship and the rapport. Got to give him credit for where he's coming at. Phenomenal grandfather. Good grandfather. Wasn't the best father, but he's trying. Ali, I cried. That was like my granddaddy. I ain't never met that man before. I've met Tyson, but I've never met Ali. Yeah, it was just like, it's like Mike Tyson, and this was like 14, 15 years ago. So a little more spry. It's like seeing a really beautiful pit bull that's built with no leash, just walking around, and you're like, where's his owner? Whoa, whose pit bull
Isn't he
is
supposed
this?
to have a caretaker?
Like, you are supposed to have leashes in parks.
It's like seeing Michael Myers walking around town or something.
Yeah.
What?
Like, didn't you stab people? Like, but Mike will come down, and that like, he didn't cry, but he'll have a real world, life to life, like heart to heart philosophical conversation. He's the buddy he's like a lot of my friends who went to prison and changed, like became like real dope people, except for he's still violent. And you can tell he fights the violent side of him, like, to not like come out and just kill people. So, but that's what I love about him. But if I'm sitting there, because I'll make my son stay up to watch this, and if I see Tyson,
this will be a good bonding moment.
Beat in front of my son,
oh damn!
I can't brag to my son about how this man, because my son's so logical.
Yeah, but he's seen you take bad FSU L's, I'm sure, recently.
Well, he stopped really watching, but most of his life, FSU was good.
That's what I'm saying. But now he sees dad having to watch.
Yeah, he's seen though, but it's different with this. I'd be like, this was the baddest man walking.
When you see a man physically getting beaten,
and he's just like, Dad, this is it. Speaking of that,
Dad, your hero's
whack. Moving from that, MMA almost had me on that last card, the last major one.
Was that the one in
with my boy?
Dude, that fight was terrible. Usman and Masvidal. That fight was awful.
I liked it because he took it. I gave him the benefit of the doubt because he took it on 2 weeks.
He took it on less than that. He took it on 6 days.
Yeah, so I mean, for him to take it on that,
I'm not blaming him. I'm just saying the overall fight. The other guy's style sucks.
He only did what he. I know.
His feet.
Yeah, I know why nobody really gives him the respect, because he's not excited. He's going to do what it takes to win.
Yeah, he's
nothing
undefeated.
more.
He's undefeated, right?
I think he's like one. Yeah, maybe.
Khabib is the same way. Who's lower weight classes. He's like a boring guy. Gets you on the ground and you can't beat him.
But the fight, I think it was 2 fights before that.
Okay.
Where the guy. It went 5 rounds. He actually won. Like, He was the champ before.
Was that the bloody mess one? Or was that
No. The one where the referee should go to jail for attempted
Yes.
murder. Like, that was cool too.
That was great.
But it was this guy, he had only did fighting via Zoom or something like that, like his training. He didn't do any camp, but he was kicking the dude's ass.
That's crazy.
In the first two, like he completely dominated the first 2 rounds. I gave him 3. Maybe the championship rounds, as they call them, maybe. But if you win 3 rounds,
you win.
You should win. And they gave
Unless I don't know how it works in MMA. Is there like 10-8 rounds? Like if you got a knockdown or something instead of just 10-9.
Yeah, but
I'm not sure.
No, the knockdown doesn't see the knockdown. Yeah, it's not.
It doesn't mean as much.
But he knocked the guy down. He dominated it. But then the 4th and 5th round, he landed more. The other guy landed more punches, and I was just saying, like, man, but it was a good fight. I would watch it again.
Scoring is not. That's just an MMA and boxing issue that's never gonna be fixed.
I think what needs to get me to get into MMA more is I got to see it live.
There.
Like if I go, like I'm gonna tell you the truth, Dana White. You missed a great opportunity with me.
Yes, with all of us.
You should have let me go.
Only Rick.
Yeah, and I'm not hating on Rick, but I should have been invited. I asked.
You were the first
I was the first one to ask for that, and I didn't even know if I would like it. But if I would have went and I would have seen,
and there was
that,
no sports.
No
sports. That was it, and they were in our hometown.
Nobody else around. I would have been. Oh, that would have been so dope. But anyways, long story short, I liked it. It was good.
That was at the island too, which was badass.
I can't wait to see more violence, which is why I'm happy football's coming up. So I need more violence in my life, and to put a nice bow on it so we can take our break. The cool thing is you were saying a bunch of sports that are on that nobody really cares about.
Well, I do.
But see, the thing is this though, we have choices now.
Exactly.
We didn't have a choice. I would have watched
watching NASCAR.
Yeah, I would have watched it without choices, but I might not have. My heart wouldn't have been in it.
Exactly.
But see, now I get to choose the sport that I want to, and that makes me smile.
Yes.
Fatty Friday, last break coming up. This is Sports Den, brought to you by thehumanoid.com.
Dan Hickey.
Doggone it, I'm one of the most beloved grassroots folk heroes of America.
Mornings.
Little kids love me, parents love me, everybody loves me. Now you come on out here and love me or I'm going to kick your little...
On 1010XL.
I'm telling you, people love me.
All offers are with approved credit and not in conjunction. See dealer for complete details. Summer clearance event.
We're turning up the heat on our biggest sale of the year at Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Bay Meadows. If you need a pickup, you just can't get better than a brand new Ram truck. It's the back-to-back truck of the year. Everyone is on sale now and up to $10,000 off MSRP. $10,000. Make no monthly payments for 90 days. Get 0% financing and save even more. If a Jeep is more your style, they're all ready to go at clearance event pricing. Get up to $5,000 off MSRP on Cherokee and up to $7,000 off Compass. Save thousands on a new Grand Cherokee or Renegade. Drive yours home today. See our inventory at jaxcjtr.com. Come in for a test drive and take advantage of incredible savings during our summer clearance event. Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, leading the way with great sales and the best selection from Atlanta to Miami. I-295 and Bay Meadows.
Any repeated physical activity puts stress on the body. Checking your phone, getting in the car, sitting at your desk, checking the phone, getting in your car, sitting at your desk, checking your phone for the 50th time today. If you do anything with regularity, you should get massaged with regularity. Massage Envy. Keep your body working.
Select Massage Envy franchise locations are now open with extensive safety protocols to help protect you. Get a free 60-minute session when you become a member today. Keep your body working. Terms and conditions apply.
Rediscover the comfort of being home. Prosser here. Lifetime Enclosures can help with sunrooms, screen enclosures, lanai conversions, outdoor kitchens, you name it. They got it. My parents invested in their comfort with Lifetime Enclosures. They love their new and improved outdoor space. By coming into their showroom, you can enjoy up to an additional $450 in savings at Lifetime Enclosures. Their staff observes all CDC guidelines and social distancing. And don't forget to stop by Lifetime Flooring next door. Tell them Jeff sent you. License CRC 028471.
Hey, it's Allie McDeal. If you missed the Best Bet Poker Show, you can find it at bestbetjacks.com. Choose from an array of interviews with pros on our archive shows, or find discussion on strategy topics that you've been dying to learn. Catch us live every Wednesday on 1010XL.
Serious July heat calls for Fenwick Home Service's best AC tune-up deal. Prosser here. Tune up your air conditioner for just $59 and get up to a pound of refrigerant for free. Plus, Fenwick's no breakdown guarantee covers your AC all summer. Their pros wear gloves and face masks on every visit and follow CDC guidelines. Don't wait. This offer is over July 31st. Mention me, Jeff, when you call 660-0556 or visit FenwickHomeservices.com.
If you're a man over 45, have frequent urination, an urgent need to go, a weak flow, or waking at night to urinate, it's time to consider UroLift. This is Dr. West, urologist with McKeever Clinic. UroLift is a non-invasive outpatient procedure with minimal downtime. If you suffer from an enlarged prostate and want to avoid the sexual side effects of medication and invasive surgery, UroLift may be for you. Contact McKeever Clinic at 355-6583. That's 355-6583.
Superior Fence and Rail knows about first-class service. From the first phone call to the final inspection, Superior Fence and Rail's professional team delivers with great communication, friendly installers, and quality fence products. There's a reason why Superior Fence and Rail is the top-rated fence company in Jacksonville, and it all starts with their professional team. So get off the fence and call Superior Fence and Rail for your new fence today.
When you're on the fence about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
You missing live sports? Then now's the time to order a custom set of cornhole boards and learn the best social distancing sport around. Visit Mystic Cornhole on Phillips Highway and pick up your new set today from MysticCornholeCompany.com.
Summer is here, and Hidden Hills Golf Club is offering daily twilight rates starting at 2 p.m. Enjoy an affordable afternoon round and a cold beverage in the Hills Grill afterward. Call Hidden Hills at 620-0910.
Looking to upgrade your old wardrobe? Mariano's Custom Tailor on Beach Boulevard custom make suits and shirts for you. We also do alterations. Come to our store or we'll come to you. Mariano's Custom Tailor, the local expert at making you look great.
Call Action Transmission Specialist on Merrill Road. We want to win your business with honest and upfront transmission service. I'm Robin Sidbury, the owner. That's a promise from me. Get traction. Call Action at 744-0755.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
I tell you the difference between me and them. They trying to get the ones and trying to get them.
You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
Because it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got nothing to do.
Petty Friday in the books. Make sure you check out the SoundCloud to listen to the rebroadcast of this show and all this week's shows. A Week of Hate on the Sports Den live SoundCloud as well. Check it out. Give us a feedback. Share. Get your friends. Make sure this weekend you go get you a Fuente cigar for today. Go to thehumidor.com, type in Sports Den at checkout. Get 20% off. Sunday, everybody, y'all are all free to celebrate my national holiday, my birthday. 3/6 turns 3/6. So y'all enjoy that on me. All the water you can drink is on me. JJ.
Happy birthday, bro.
Appreciate you, man.
Any meal you got picked out? Or restaurant?
I'm going to get a steak. I haven't eaten a steak in like 2 weeks, so I'm going to get a real nice.
You're going to have to grill it yourself.
No, I'm not a grill. I'm going to go buy it.
Oh.
I go somewhere and buy it. Get some steak and potatoes and some vegetables, man. So that's going to be my thing. I'm going to smoke my cigars. I'm going to drink me some good whiskey. And then I'm going to try to get back into it. 75-day challenge, fitness challenge. I'm going to try to go 75 days without drinking, which is probably not going to happen. I'm not going to stop the cigars, but I might not drink.
During football season?
Listen,
seems like odd timing.
Right now, I'm just going to attempt it. I'm probably
going to start.
Fail. I'm going to start and fail. So anyways, this is Sports Den. Check us out on the SoundCloud all the weeks. Make A Week of Hate coming up. Petty Friday. Enjoy yourself.
Hey, this is Donnie Edwards, former NFL linebacker. Just want to give a shout out to our men and women serving in our military, especially in the city